ordering through people that he met on like a boat tour 20 years ago, knows a guy who knows a guy. So
Okay.
some of the stuff is a little slow to arrive.
It sounds like it.
And then we had one store pop up in town. They tried to take all of us, and they had a couple of people running the business. Like, they were attacking them. The guy that owned the business had nothing to do with anything. He set up some initial, like, maybe $10 entries in our pack for win prizes, that kind of thing. And it turned into like $15 to $17 entry fees, and they were still doing pack for wins, and the owner didn't know anything about this. Then he got shut down because he hadn't paid taxes in like the 2 years he was open. Which I guess Uncle Sam wants theirs.
Play draw.
We got a new one that also real predatory towards the players, like all their stuff. We have a guy who runs his own TCG
very happy to take the play.
store, so he's been selling cards out of his house for years now, no problems.
Right.
They had no singles, so they asked him told him if he wanted to sell singles, it was fine. They started, bumped everything up like 50% above like TCG player mid.
So at this point, we both have buys.
Cool, it's your business, you do what you want. They got mad that people were still buying from him, not from the store. Then they started making wild ass accusations about like him molesting some people and raping some people. Like, it got really that's lawsuit territory that you want. So he just quit going up there and he started selling from his house, and people just still drive all the way to his house to go buy stuff or order online from him. But
crazy drama.
Yeah, they've also they have contractors instead of employees. I guess is a way for them to not have to pay taxes on them or something. I don't know what it is, but they had like 30 people running their D&D events, their board games, their cards, everything. So there's always a shit show. There's too many cooks in the kitchen is what it turned
Part
into.
of it, like, how do they monetize that many people running stuff?
That's the crazy part. They weren't paying them shit. It was like, you can get free entry into whatever we're hosting for the day. Then the person running it is also hosting it and playing in it. You can do it somehow. Like Alex did a great job. It's not always
Take 1 damage.
that easy.
And then if you cast a spell,
I mean, there's a lot of training and a lot of concerted effort
like,
to get to that point.
I mean, if you need like help running 3 D&D games, it's going to be real hard to participate in the D&D game and help with keep the 3 of them going if people don't know what they're doing.
Tavern
They start having
naming
people's like
Archon.
credit card information get stolen because they keep the credit card information in the computer to like have a tab open for people. Yeah.
And people consented to that.
Yeah. And who knows who stole it, because you had 30 contractors running around all the time.
Yeah.
No cameras, so
Oh my God.
yeah, it really is just like the most anxiety-giving store to.
Yeah, no, I'm like
We tried it for 6 months because that was the only place to really play in town.
Hey,
Now,
Good to see you again. Good to have you, Ben.
Good.
Playing some Flesh and Blood today.
Yes.
Your boy with you.
We've been stuck, yeah. We've been stuck on that game. It's fun.
Good. Glad to see you're still enjoying
I
it.
really like it, yeah. It's really good. We're gonna go play in Dallas later this week. Or later this
I'll
month.
probably see you down there.
2 weeks.
Yeah, Alex and I are going to be there doing magic stuff.
Are you?
So,
Huh?
Sherman, not Dallas.
are you going?
Flesh and Blood. He's going to the cult.
Yeah, they're calling the SCG. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Are you still playing?
A little bit.
Yeah. A little bit of magic.
Yeah. Playing Commander still, and I follow other things. I'm contemplating putting together Modern and Standard.
To play down there.
So I may,
Okay.
so I won't play at the SCG Con, but the weekend before, next weekend, we're doing a 2-day event, 1 day in Sherman, Texas, another day in Durant. And I will be judging in Sherman, and I may play into rain. So I definitely will not be judging into rain. It's not going to be large enough for 2 judges.
Cartoon
but,
Chrome boxes.
depending, I may either wander around and play Pokemon Go, or I may play some Modern. We'll see.
Did you play any of the Lorcana game?
So
for two,
if
maybe?
I'd had products, if I could have, like, it was just.
A reasonable for the
It-
reasonable
it-
price.
it's-
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't get it for love nor money, and we sold out
Main phase.
within 2 hours.
Yeah.
If you're interested, I have one of each of the starter decks still sealed.
Coffee.
I'm not interested. I mean,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that one might have bombed out a little bit. But
so this is very evocative of Star Wars Destiny. Was like 2016, super hype, launched, came and sold out, and it was about 6 months before that game, almost 6 months to a year before that game really took off.
which one?
Star Wars Destiny. It was a combination hybrid game with collectible dice and collectible
like
cards.
this,
And really, really
5 would be
hyped,
at 8.
big property, similar issues, and it almost died because people can't buy it.
Second main
Second print on
phase.
Lorcana, the first set, they have pushed it up like 3 months to around Christmas time instead of end of first quarter, which
Yeah, so
They almost need to, they almost feels like they need to relaunch, but I thought it would bring. I thought it'd be a lot of new players. It looked like a lot of the like just regular card game.
We do.
Especially the ones that jump from card game to card game, buying and selling.
game tourists, sure. There's a bit of that. There are some people getting brought in because of the Disney aspect.
Yeah.
I think it's appealed to different sorts of gamers. I've seen a lot of D&D folks dabbling in it.
Yeah.
But you know, like I don't know. Part of it, like, is making time for other things. I just don't want to do another collectible game. So one collectible game is enough for me.
Well, you can't diversify. It just takes so much. You have to have so much money rolled into it.
I'll be at 2.
Magic's crazy.
Second main phase.
Oh, cool. We
Yeah,
all,
I can't keep up with the Magic. My oldest son has most of my cards, and I just don't have a whole lot left.
I see it every day, and I can't keep up with any of these two because, like,
I'll grab and
literally their target is some sort of product every 4 weeks.
They have spoiler seasons on spoiler seasons.
St.
on
Lance.
spoiler seasons
It's just too much.
It is
And
too
almost Flesh and Blood's almost too much, but they space it out a little bit better. I think they really do, like, but they still have struggles growing the game. I mean, it's just not at the same rate. And then what I didn't, everybody's collection goes wide. It starts with what you have, like the first few sets, and then now you got to go wide. So the value goes down on even the old stuff.
Sure.
Now I may go back up later because of the low. If they go to more players, and they double, triple in size, the whole stuff will be valuable.
Right.
But cards that were $260 are now like $50. Just depends on which ones you. It's not so bad if you pull them or traded for them as much as you actually pay. We didn't spend a lot of money on that. We just spent on other bought this product. Good to see you, man.
Yeah,
You still live around here?
Yeah, I'm still like northeast here. I'm about 5 miles away. Monday through Friday. So I'm off today and kind of had my plans open up, so I kind of came down, had some breakfast with a buddy, and I've just kind of been hanging out, doing like the rare thing and just being social. Just getting out, and it's paid off. I get to see old friends and get to see a lot of people having fun and got a couple of things done. Like it's tough to be here and not do any work, but see,
Yeah, so you would have probably. You're usually the guy around.
I'll be there. I'm doing. Alex and I are there.
Legacy events. So.
I'm on Sides on Saturday, and I'm on the Modern on Sunday. So
So you might get to judge some vintage on Saturday.
I mean, if they deign to let me.
They bestow it upon you.
It's they do what they can. They just don't know what people. I don't think they. So one of the things that Judge Academy really kind of shat itself, they didn't import like the old like judge event history.
Yeah, what you're good at or special.
What I've done, like I think by my count, I've judged somewhere between 11 and 1,400 sanctioned events, and there's no history of that anywhere. Part of that, like Wizards dumped their database when they did the overhaul. They did kind of like the Privacy Act overhaul. All that stuff just purged. So that's where I got my initial estimate of how many events I had judged that were certified, sanctioned. And then there were, at least we used to have a website, Judge Apps, where you could track the events that you'd applied to and you'd been accepted to. And they had a little bit better history at, I think Judge Academy was doing that, but they didn't import the old, Judge Apps stuff anyway. So now it's really become almost like kind of a buddy system. Like, who do I know? Who do I apply? Who do I remember?
Everybody?
So
When you twist it up, it makes it easier.
it is what it is.
Good talking to you. Swing.
Well, it technically fell on the table.
Go to Insta. Go apart.
Okay, okay.
I had them off 4 times to get the power rate off.
Yeah. I'll probably put that in the bag.
Go ahead, I'll draw main step.
You don't want to test
Four.
She's just not had practice.
Cross hard and move the cleanup.
Alright, so do me a favor. Alright. Step on the mop. Both your feet. We'll get your feet clean. There you go. Step back. You can actually step back to the carpet if you like. So. That's always one of the things. Anytime you have a mess and you've stepped in it, just step on the mop.
Yeah, but you also said that the adjustment also involved. You also told me that the adjustment also involved. Therefore, it's also involved on the adjustment.
Watch your toes coming under. Did it get anywhere over there by you? Or just all over here?
Just roll over there.
Right there too. Can you go back there and there should be a yellow what for sign? Thank you. Brian? How you doing? All right.
Right, I knew that one. And I knew you were having to do a lot of overtime because people kept leaving. But that just makes life worse.
Go to Insta. Draw card.
Chair. Okay.
Driver's license, I just have your correct address in there.
I don't want to leave where I'm at.
Yeah, just put it right down there.
We'll let this run air dry and then we may come back at it. Just go and leave the this sitting in the utility.
So I was
room.
thinking, I was
And
like,
if
what
we
can he
need it again,
possibly
we'll bounce
have?
it.
And
Okay.
I was like,
But that's it.
because I had another land, but I was
So
like,
this and
I'm
hold
doing
that.
nothing with this
Okay.
land.
You're
So like
welcome.
playing it just means like I take
There
more
you
damage
go.
from press
I mean, your line works exactly against this exact hand with me not drawing any removal and me drawing 4 lands on top of my deck. So much money.
I thought again that you had. Or hammer quest. You paid $20.
That was the 7 I kept in the card.
At the bookstore. Half price bookstore. When everywhere else was selling for $4.